Time to kick ass and take names. Bitches.
Hello, this is Dr. Gilbert, and I found this thing I call Seaman, and this is the worst French impression I could do. This is James, and sorry about that very very terrible impression. I'm gonna save you from that. And this is a very special weird game, Dingleberries. And this is to commemorate the 15-year birth date of the Dreamcast when it came out in America. And, there's a lot of stories I can go into about the Dreamcast, in terms of how I got the system, all the excitement I had for months on end, how I actually rented the system with Sonic Adventure at a Hollywood Video where they were doing that promotion months before, I could go on. But the funny thing is, I thought about it. I thought, okay, originally I thought I was going to play Soul Calibur, and I'll still play Soul Calibur. That was like the first Dreamcast game I got. But I thought about it, like, Sonic Adventure, Soul Calibur, Shenmue. There's all these iconic Dreamcast games. But there's one Dreamcast game that I don't know if quite had the same exposure. But it was a game I did wait for. It came with accessory, a very unique accessory for the talkative chap like myself, the microphone, which plugged into the Dreamcast controller. And yeah, if I didn't mention before, the game, of course, as you can see on the screen right now as I keep it on this press start button, is Seaman, which actually came out August 9th in 2000. So, weird way to celebrate the Dreamcast birthday, but I thought, you know what? Let's do something different, outside of me being by myself, which is a big change. I thought maybe play this eccentric Dreamcast game to show it off, to do a little, that's my way I'll celebrate. And another thing is, I think, of also recording this, chronicling this day by day. Now, there are ways to cheat. I could go into the Dreamcast internal clock and change it, but I am going to be honest and put my hand in a stack of Bibles. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to let the clock run itself and record each day and release it over time. And this is the first day of having Seaman. And if you're wondering what the hell I was talking about, well, let's just start off here and I'll explain more what the eternal clock, all that stuff that I rambled about earlier is all about. But let's kick it away with the first great thing about Seaman. I just pressed the start button. Okay, good.
Welcome to the laboratory of Jean-Paul Gasse.
That's it. Leonard Nimoy, gotta love him.
For you, a phenomenon like no other. A man of the sea. Seaman.
Ooh.
This legendary creature will be dependent on you for its life's blood. You'll begin right here in Gasse's laboratory. Where is this laboratory? What awaits you within? You have no idea what Seaman is or how it evolves. This is something you must find out for yourself, as there is little documentation to help you on your way. My name is Leonard Nimoy, and I will be your guide. Well, this is your first day with the Seaman kit. Your first step will involve preparing the tank for Seaman's arrival. Adjust the tank settings to be in...
Thank you, Nimoy, for telling me all this.
...and oxygen. While adjusting, keep in mind that blue is the color of the sea, and thus an appropriate care of Seaman.
We're blues cozy, guys.
Take the egg from the storage matrix and place it in the tank. The water's temperature is key to the hatching of the egg. Once hatched, the Nautilus will play a very important role in Seaman's development.
Hint, hint.
Each time you visit this laboratory, I'll be here to offer advice and guidance. If you tire of my voice, you may press the start button to skip at any time.
I'm not gonna get tired of your voice, Leonard.
Let us proceed to the tank.
Let us proceed. Okay, yes, Leonard Nimoy frickin' narrates each day. It's unfrickin' believable. That's why I shut myself up as best as I can for that whole duration of time. Which, if you guys see any of the videos, you know that's frickin' hard for me to do. I'm quite a talkative chap to a pretty bad extent. But yeah, Leonard Nimoy frickin' narrates this game. It gets me excited, even though I'm not a huge Star Trek fan. And don't worry, there might be future days of Seaman play where Brian will come on in, or Nate, or other people, You know, just because I'm by myself right now doesn't mean every single day of the Seaman Chronicles of getting Dingleberries is just going to be me by myself. Not like there's nothing wrong with that. But you know, I'm going to shut up and press the start button. Oh boy. Don't remove that memory card. You know what? That makes me want to talk more about the Dreamcast's memory card. It's known as a visual memory unit. I love this thing. It actually, right now, is showing a little Seaman breathing on the screen. It actually is a memory unit with a screen, a couple buttons, and a D-pad, and you actually could like download little games. Like, for example, Sonic Adventure had Chow Garden, and you actually can manage these little games on there and connect VMUs together. It was like a little, almost before the Wii U's gamepad. It was kind of ahead of its time. Then again, Sega was really ahead of its time. It had Sega.net, its ISP online service, you know, before you could think of Xbox Live. It did have an internet browser, even though it was on a disk to operate. It had a slew of other kinds of features. It had online play with both the broadband adapter you could buy for it and also the dial-up that comes with it. And dial-up, as I recall, wasn't that bad. I remember playing NFL 2K1 with my friend in Chicago over dial-up and not really having lag as an issue, which is pretty considerable. So, you know, hopefully, oh yes. I was thinking it was still loading, and I realized that this is a black screen. So this is where Seaman gets pretty cool. I get to mess around with these buttons and refigure out what I'm doing with that creepy hand on the screen. Oh, that's the heater. There's the air. Light! Let there be light! Alright. So this is my aquarium. This is where I am going to raise Seaman. And you wonder what the fuck Seaman is? You know what? Seaman is the craziest fucking creature you're ever going to see. He goes through a complex life cycle throughout this game. And as I mentioned earlier, but I kind of like slew my words together probably a little too fast and too preemptive, which is my problem, period. The thing about this game is, and you see other games do this too, like Animal Crossing, this game actually relies on the eternal clock of the system. So right now it knows the date as September 9th. And yes, it's not really September 9th right now, but I decided just to set the Dreamcast clock on that date, and I'm not going to mess with it since, even though I'll kind of mess with my head, thinking it's a few days ahead. But besides that point, the thing about it is that it relies on eternal clock. So if you don't go attend to your Seaman's whims for days on end, it'll know that. And this nice aquarium will get dirty just like this, but except that's not a good thing with a living creature. And you could have your Seaman die just for being neglectful. You know, not being there to heat up their aquarium, not to pump proper amount of air in there, to not give them food. So if you don't play this game for weeks, your Seaman will suffer. And the game will also relies on the passage of time in terms of your Seaman just maturing. So it's not like you could just sit down with the game for about 10 hours in a row and go through the whole life cycle of Seaman, unless you cheat and you keep on skipping days forward. Seaman has a natural time progression. So I figure, you know what, I'm going to record this in a series of actual different days in tending the Seaman tank. And it could end in disaster. It could end with Seaman being dead by day 5 or whatever. Who knows? You know, so... But you know what? What I'm doing right now is, obviously, red's bad, yellow's and blue is good. So I'm just pumping enough air that, you know, that will help suffice for living life. Especially weird man-face fish life. Which supposedly this manual, back when games had thick manuals, the Seaman manual played off John Paul Gasse's discovery of Seaman, that the legend of Seaman is in folklore from Egypt from long ago. As valid as that could be, I don't know. I have to really do my research into it. Maybe in future episodes I will do the whole research to see if that's even really Egyptian folklore. This game is really pulling my ass. You know, believe anything the paragraphs would tell me. And the weird thing is, I got this game day one. I was a little Jimmy. Yes, little Jimmy. And I was excited about this game. I don't know why. Maybe it was the weird advertisement with guys in a bed with the fish. Don't think differently of me. You know, I don't know really what got me onto this, but and this is in Celsius, I believe, by the way. Not the American unit, it's Fahrenheit. How dare they? This Japanese developed game. The thing that was funny about this was I looked forward to this game, and I remember having to go to a random GameStop because they didn't really sell this game at Best Buys to get this game. and to get this game with the microphone. Like, it all came together in this box. And, you know, I've really played through this game through the whole life cycle, and it gets interesting. It really does. And I'm going to try my best to not spoil the future days of the life cycle, even though I played this before. And I'm going to, you know, go narrate each day as much as I can. But right now, you know what? I just got the aquarium all nice and set up. Here's by pressing the left trigger, I could bring up this little items menu where you get your food pellets, and this is the big thing right here, the egg. So pressing X does a little gravity motion. Hey, tickle, 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 or tickles, Seaman. But I'm gonna hold down at X, click that left trigger, and oops. Well, that didn't work. I think I have to hold it down left. Hold on. Oh, there you go. Right trigger, everybody. Now we do the left, release the right, boom. And I'm going to hold down the B button to go zoom in and out. Whoa! Whoa! Sorry, I think of Wayne's World. Okay, so now we got this egg. It's in this environment. The air is right. The heat actually slightly went down over time without me attending to it. Imagine if I did play this game for a while. Now it's all a matter of just waiting for this egg to bust open, which could take time, which could take a while. And you know what? You know, if that's the case, let's just go around this aquarium here. You know, you got just a few simple rocks, which you can actually move around, strangely enough. And this thing, you just jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Let's, you know, you can also block the air if you want to. Let's do that, because that seems like a smart thing to do. That's you know, the best thing you could do is to suffocate the life in there. But, nah, I'm gonna put it back in there. And then you got this thing, which looks innocuous enough. But Leonard Nimoy did hint earlier about the Nautilus, and you'll find out what the Nautilus is. Outside of that, this lovely aquarium also has the thermostat on the side, the heater in the back. Let me pump more air in there. Boom. And we got this little thing, which, if you're paying attention, is actually slowly but surely it is going through a weird form of embryogenesis, or you know, it's really just developing into a living organism, or several living organisms right before your eyes. Oh, the majesty of virtual biology. Let me raise the heat up. It's gonna get hot in here. So, you know what? While we're waiting for this thing to go pop, the Dreamcast, I still regard as one of the best systems ever. Even though it's, you know, only lasted about a year and a half. Unfortunately, Sega, its finances were not the best shape after the Saturn and the 32X and Sega CD add-ons, and a stiff competition from the newcomer Sony at that point. And Sony showed off the PlayStation 2, showed off these impressive tech demos, which never really reached, the system never really reached that standard of the Emotion Engine until probably about 2 years into its life cycle. So a little bit of false advertisement at the start. And it really drove a lot of people not to get the Dreamcast right away. It did pretty well in sales day one, but it definitely, as much as Sega tried to push it, you know, it didn't go as far as they wanted to. And that's very unfortunate, because I definitely regard the system very highly. Its games are incredible, a lot of them quirky, just like Seaman. You got your jet grind radio. Sega was definitely, and Space Channel 5, and Sega definitely was really pushing a lot of boundaries and bringing a lot of properties over here. I mean, you had Phantasy Star Online with its online MMO style that actually worked and was fun. Hopefully I'll explore in the future, even though the online component I don't think is still up and running, so pretty much it'd just be me running around saying there would be other people in this game. And games just like Seaman. And, you know, the original Dreamcast, like I said, I was psyched out of my mind for it. I couldn't wait for it. And, you know, I was a little kid, and, you know, my mom, love my mom, she knew that I was excited for this. And she didn't have to do this. This was not me, like, saying, Mom. She said, you know what, do you want a day off of school? And I'm like, what? Like, this kind of thing does not happen. It's not like I get a day off of school every other week or something like that, or every year, or it's like, literally, I think the last day off of school I had was 10 years before that. But I was like, really? And I had a day off of school. Oh, whoa, yeah, I did have a day off of school. These things go popping. So these little creepy, spurby things that just attach to the surface that really get scared when I tap the glass. Don't tap the glass! Don't tap the glass! These guys are the babies. These are the little Seamans. So, yeah, they're all just floating around. You know, I'll try to talk to it by holding down the A button and talk into this little microphone piece that attaches into the controller. Hey! Obviously, they're not going to respond. These are almost like floating little sea monkeys or sperm, if you really want to get gross. Just floating around the tank. Floating around the tank. So, you know what? Let me just finish my story. Even though we are playing Seaman, right? But yeah, I had the day off. We went and got the system. We had to go to Best Buy Toys R Us to grab Soul Calibur, to grab another controller, to grab a VMU, and that was an awesome day. I mean, Soul Calibur alone was the whole day. Is a fun game. I can't wait to go back into that. And this game right here, Seaman, when I got this way for it, was great. Now, these creepy things attach to the wall. Now, here's the thing. Since I know better, this process could take a long time to discover. The best thing about this game really is just discovery. But since I have been patient, really what you're supposed to do is, yep, you see what I'm doing? I'm tapping right towards that shell thing. That is a creature in the shell. That is the Nautilus that our friend Spock was alluding to. Good old Nautilus. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. And what is he doing? Oh, he's dancing with me. I am tapping on the glass. Oh, tap, tap, tap. Nothing's going to happen. Oh! Did he just eat one of my Oh, shit! And he inked all over me. Yes, he will eat those eggs. Am I that malevolent to have him eat more? Why not? Eat more of that Seaman. Let's end this frickin' Seaman Chronicles on day one. Why don't we? This is very slow. Come on, work faster. I'm an impatient man. I have not much time except to recount on memories of getting systems and playing weird Japanese games with a microphone sticking out towards my face. 2 microphones. Come on. Yes. That's right. Eat all over that. So, and the strange thing is, yeah, these things don't have much of a developed neural system because they still go towards them nonetheless when their brother get eaten up by this thing. The Nautilus. I almost feel like if you had Liam Neeson narrate this is going to be a bad joke I'm going to say anyway. He'd be like, "Release the Kraken!" I like how that little E animation is. He's all like, and that, my friends, took me a while to discover that this thing eats those things. I remember when I first played this game, I think literally an hour and a half passed by before I figured out that this thing eats these things, and that's supposed to happen. Oh, there's his eye. That's not creepy. Aw, and it's saving them cherished memories. Don't you guys like getting eaten up by a weird tentacle creature? Sounds like a dream. When you wish upon a star, Nautilus will eat you up. Sorry about my singing. I've been practicing for this game, Dingleberries solo. Not really. So this guy's all chill. Let me pump more air there. Pump, 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 pump it up. Whoa, look what it's doing. I'm pumping the air. That thing was like, look at that thing twirling around. That's some good old geometry right there. Uh-oh. Is it okay, buddy? Hey, you eat some more of these things. Come on. I know you wanna. I know you want some fries with that Big Mac. I don't know if he's gonna eat more. I think he had enough. I think this is the part of where he just seizures around and I just awkwardly tap the glass and recount on old memories. Pump, 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 pump. Wow, this thing's freaking out when I pump the air. How about I turn the heat up? Maybe I'll fry it to death. That sounds like a logical thing to do, right? Why not? I wonder how hot I could get this thing to go. This is how it's going to end, with me just burning things alive and having a nice sushi dinner. Well, as that thing starts spazzing out, Don't worry, there's a method to my madness for having him eat all my babies. And yes, I've taken those things. I'll call these things my babies. My little sperm babies. That's not creepy. I'll move this rock over here, interior decorate. This thing is just shaking up a storm. Someone get it a blanket. I'll turn the heat up a little bit on this. Oh. You gotta love the Dreamcast's power. I still think the Dreamcast looks impressive, even though so far we're not really seeing that too much diversity in texture work right now, but it's the matter of the game I pick. I think the rare thing about the Dreamcast, when we talk about Soul Calibur, yeah, I'm talking about a different game than Seaman, ain't that a shock? But with Soul Calibur, that was an example of the first arcade port where the console version of it looks better than the arcade, So that just shows you, and they had the arcade board, the Naomi, based off of the Dreamcast. So you had games like House of the 2 that were faithful ports. This is like the start of actually having arcade games coming on your consoles and playing like the arcade, pretty much 100%. Unless you really just want to go back to like Defender or something like that. But I'm not going there. I'm gonna drop the lights. Ooh, it's a creepy setting. I like how that thing's all lit up still. You know the light's off. Before, when I had the light off, you couldn't see a jack shit. Hey! Whoa! Why is it dancing like that? Oh, that's partial light. Creep light off. Creep standard. Oh, man, it keeps on... Quit inking up, man! Man, it's more oil than... Oh. Witty oil-based joke. Okay, I'm not going to move my hand. This is a precious moment, everybody. This is a precious moment in a Seaman's life. I wonder what's gonna happen. Don't you guys know what's gonna happen? I don't know. Mood light, light off, light on. I almost feel like that Simpsons episode where Homer had that bypass. He was in a chair and he's like, bed goes up, bed goes down, bed goes up, bed goes down. That's how I feel with the light right now. Light is mood, light is off, light is on. So, let me pump the air some more. Yeah, this game doesn't have much interactivity at the start, but when we do get to the Seaman where you actually could talk to them, then you start getting into a little bit more interesting interaction. This guy has just been suffering so much. Good grief. I don't know why I'm watching this. I just wonder how they came about developing this game. I really would like to do an interview with Ute. I believe the guy's name is Ute Saito. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Just to be like, how the hell did you think of doing a game like this? Like, the idea of doing a voice recognition pet game is not new. Oh, this thing just wants to come out of its shell. Hey there, buddy. Are you alright? You don't look so well. Look, I'll just tap on you. Oh, that's a little red. I think is that blood? Or, ooh. Man, the shell's dissipating into the sand grains. Oh, that thing's wondering what's going on. I don't know, man. Quick, it's dancing. It's dancing around to death. These things are happy. Oh! Whew. You know that part in Alien? This is the Japanese version of Alien. Now you know what's going on. I just feel bad. Maybe I should just turn the light off. I can't turn the light off this whole time. I want to see this thing suffer. It ate all my weird sperm-like babies that were floating around a tank that I already had attachment to. You know, I had Leonard Nimoy tell me about them. Huh. Seaman. The game, a family-based game. Actually, I wonder if it is. Oh, it's teen rated. I had to look at the case. I was curious. Oh, woo, woo! Ooh, what are those? Oh my God! Now, if you were throwing up, yeah, those things busted out, chestbuster style, out of our little friend. Yes, these are baby seamen. Oh, look how cute they are. Look how cute. That is not cute. No! Light! No! Ah! Lights off! Lights off! What? What? What did you say? You ate it? You fucking demon childs of Satan! I don't know why I'm playing this game. Let me just grab one. That's not fun, you're suffocating! Yeah, this is supposed to be our cute protagonist. These are the Seamen. I mean, Seaman. Oh god. Already. So, yes, these are Seaman. The man-faced fishes. And this is only the first part of their stage. So, yeah, I could tickle them by tapping that X button a lot. I could, you saw it, I could grab and pull them out of the tank just to watch them squirm because I'm a weird freak. And what I could also do, tap on the glass and be like, hey, look at that. And this guy's smiling at me. And you know what? I can hold down the A button and start talking. Hello. And then the VMU will actually give you an exclamation point if they heard what you say. They'll give you a question mark if it doesn't understand. And yes, these things don't have a well-developed vocabulary, but you could teach them vocabulary, and as they mature, it will become a very sarcastic fish, and will ask you a lot of questions. But I'm getting ahead of myself, and I'm going to stop myself from there, because I don't want to spoil anything else. But you know who did the voices for this game? Jellyvision. And if you don't know what the hell I'm saying, Jellyvision is the same company that did voice work for the You Don't Know Jack series. And if you don't know what You Don't Know Jack is, you motherfucking gotta play that game. That's a good party game. That's probably better than what I'm doing right now. These freaks. Leonard Nimoy, you sold me. You sold me down a river. You told me about these mystical seamen. I think they should have went back to the hex of Hades, where they belong. Why? I'm just gonna talk to them some more. Game Dingleberries. Oh, exclamation point. Did he understand Game Dingleberries? I love you. And that gets question marks. I just said I love you, and the VMU shows me question marks. It understands Game Dingleberries, but not love. Does that mean a machine only understands a website show? I was about to say TV show. I'd be amazed at myself if I got up to a television show. You suck.
Bamboo.
Fuck you. I'm already going through a swear word. Sorry, everybody. You suck.
Certa.
Hell. I hate you.
Hell one.
Yep, you understand that one. Bye. Bye, little demon childs. So, yeah. This is Seaman, and, but you know what? These creepy man faces, they like food. So you know what? I'm gonna feed them a pellet. There you go. Boom. Y'all eat up on that pellet, yo. This is a mystical first day. I'm so glad I chose to play this game by myself. With nothing scary at all about this game. No. Not at all. No. Not at all. Okay. I'll just keep the lights off. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's one thing I noticed about playing the Dreamcast? Yes, I'm playing on an actual Dreamcast. It is a pretty noisy system. Every some odd seconds I can hear it go, make its little whirring when it's reading the disc. And another interesting Dreamcast fact to distract myself from not looking at these abominations is that the discs it used were called GD-ROMs. So each disc held a gigabyte versus a CD, which was like 450 megabytes versus, well, DVDs. Remember, DVDs for the youngsters has not came out until around the PS2 era. Well, in terms of video game systems, there were DVD players. I don't want to shoot myself in the foot. No, I'm gonna grab you.
No.
This guy didn't like it. The other one was happy. This guy is like, no, you're killing me. I'm gonna drop you in, you little bastard. You little bastards. They understand that. Good. They understand when I call them little bastards. That's good. That's a good game.
What?
So, this mannish face that speaks little baby gibbers is supposed to make me feel heartwarming right now, but I don't know if I can attach this. I played this game before. I don't know. I'll just keep tapping the glass. This is your interaction, everybody. Tickles, tapping, and talking. And right now, Seaman cannot talk back, so that part isn't as fun yet. But I'm going to say more words. PlayStation. Sony.
L1.
That's right. Jimmy.
Cool.
That's right, Jimmy is cool. Whoever said that's not my new favorite abomination. Thank you, sir. Fish. Thingy. Hey.
Cool.
Jimmy. Jimmy. Not yeah. Fudge.
Forka.
Mary Poppins.
What?
Ooh, they understand Mary Poppins. Good. I'm excited. Yeah, this guy will start conversing when he grows up, and it's interesting what he'll say. That's all I can say. So, yeah. That's your interaction, really. I mean, it's not so impressive right now because, let's face it, these guys have not developed much of a vocabulary. Once they do, that's when things get super duper interesting. But we realized that they started off as an egg, which prospered to a weird little floating stage that had to get eaten up by a poor, senseless squid-like being that was in the tank, and the squid-like being just exploded into these weird man-fish baby things. That sounds totally normal. That's, I mean, in nature you have the fungi that takes over ants and sprouts out of them and spreads force of the colony, so this thing makes total sense in the realm of biology. Why not? I think one thing about it that I remember hearing was all these faces is the creator's face. I could be wrong, but I remember hearing that. Interesting Seaman fact number 20 of the day. If I went through 20 of those interesting facts. You know what? I'm going to suffocate these little bastards. You go die. That's right. Yep, can't put more air. Look at that. Huh? Uh-huh. Yeah, you're all going to suffocate to death. You know what? I'm going to fry you little bastards.
Alright, thunder.
This is turning into a weird torture version. A torturous video of me just killing weird baby fish. That's right! Frying hell! Okay, I'll stop. To be honest, I want this to last more than one day. I want to actually be able to talk to these things and have conversations. Because right now I'm having a conversation with myself and... I don't know. So alone. So... Okay, these things are doing a little dance because it's a little warm. What if I turn off the light? Will, cool things down faster.
L1.
Guess not? Let's see how long it takes for it to cool down. A 0.1 Celsius. If you want to do the conversion of Celsius to Fahrenheit, I could be wrong, but I think it's this number times 9/5 plus 32.
L1.
Yep, I'm doing math to pass the time. This is Seaman. This is the mystical game that I throw on the 15th anniversary of the Dreamcast's release. But you know what? Dreamcast, phenomenal system. I can't wait to play more Dreamcast games, especially Shenmue and Soul Calibur and Marvel's Capcom, both 1 and 2. Those are just great games. I think this is almost it for the first day of Seaman. I think maybe I could just leave these guys be, check up the next day and see if they mature a little bit and maybe feed them some more food. Because right now, yeah, they're a little uncomfortable with the temperature, and they're going to be that way for a little bit longer. I guess I could still keep talking to them.
What?
Let's try another word. What word should I use? Freaks! You're freaks. You are freaks.
Bagwell.
I feel like a big man shouting at digital avatars calling them freaks. Well, you know what? I'm an asshole. They understand that. Good. They should understand that the weird, creepy guy that's looking at them right now is a freak. Yeah, that's right. That thinks it, yeah. And it's doing a little shake dance. It's warm in here, so I'm going to dance around. It is getting so hot. Okay, don't be disappointed. Okay, I know I didn't sing so well, but it doesn't mean I have to go swim slightly away. Little bastard. Oh, I feel like I should heat up this thing more. I'll just keep on pressing up. And if you're wondering what's going to happen to these little thingies, they'll die. Whatever did not get eaten up by the Nautilus will perish also. And I just realized this, the Nautilus completely vanished. Who ate them? Was it you, creepy things? Did you eat that Nautilus? Oh, yes, you did. Yes, you did. You ate that squid thingy. You bursted out of him, you little freaks. Yeah, you giggle, I still can, because you're not going to live much longer. No, you're not. I hear my Dreamcast gearing up like crazy. Usually it does that when it's loading. Well, let's see, how much food do I have? I already gave him a pellet. Probably should not give him more pellets. So, I think this is probably a good spot to turn off for now for day 1. But don't worry, I will be back in the future for day 2. And just to let you know, these videos will probably release a few days apart, a week apart. But I'm still going to play this respectively a day apart. It's just kind of processing other stuff in the background and uploading stuff. You know, I'm lazy. But no, you know, I'll come back to this tomorrow and see what's going to happen to these guys. But thank you so much for joining me for day 1 of the Seaman Chronicles. Hopefully I'll get a more engaging conversation with these things, and we'll experience more, because there is a lot more that happens. They don't just grow up, they do a lot more stuff. So stay tuned for more excitement as these things are still twitching, because it's still a little hot. Well, cool down a little bit. I'll pump a little more air in there to take care of them. And we'll get to hear Leonard Nimoy tomorrow. Ain't that a blast? Well, thank you all for joining me for this first really unique game, Dingleberries Chronicles, where we're doing Seaman. And if you like me to do more like this, where, you know, I actually play a game from start to finish, piecemeal, or like me to be by myself, I don't know why you would like that, let me know. And I don't mean by myself for every episode, because I do like having other people play with me too, so don't take it that way. But, you know, you can always give me an email at jimwa@redbuttonjampest.com, or you can give me a tweet at justsimplyjames. So thanks again. This is just day 1 of Seaman. So look forward to talking more and jabber-jibber about more things and Dreamcast memories and things about this game as we explore more of it on day 2.
Would you like to save and end the session?
Wait, let me hear that again.
Would you like to save and end the session?
Oh, Leonard Nimoy.
Would you like to save and end the session?
Okay, I will. I will end it, Leonard Nimoy, but I'll see you tomorrow. That's right. Caution, Seaman. La la la. See you guys tomorrow.
Battle 1, fight!
So, why didn't I pick this game? Because it was the first game I got when the system came out, and I was doing this video as a celebratory video.
Strengthened the soul.
Especially since this game is better. I don't know. Guess I'll play some more Soul Calibur anyway. Suckers.